Hi guys, welcome to your weekly dose of inspiration to live healthy and happy. So we are perfectly imperfect creatures and we all have our little quirks. We have beautiful strengths and we have, I wouldn't even say flaws, just imperfections if you will, but it's what makes us human and it's what makes us who we are. However, we often tend to be harsh on ourselves about these little quirks, and we even try to change them, or we think, oh, why am I that way when I should be this way? And really, it can make for kind of like a difficult, unpleasant life. And I'm all about personal development and working on ourselves and reaching our full potential. But sometimes there are just certain traits that we just are the way we are. And if it's not something that's really negatively affecting our life, like at some point can we just embrace who we are and then kind of adjust our life and our habits accordingly. So I wanted to give an example of something that I realized very recently actually, and I feel so much better now that I'm just like learning to embrace it and accept it. And I'm sure there are other people out there. I know that I think I get it from my mom. My mom is the exact same way. It's really funny, but I know that other people are like that. And so for me is that I'm really slow to start. That can be in the morning. I take a hell of a long time to wake up. I take a long time to get ready, to get geared up. However, once I have, wow, like I can really accomplish amazing things. And I'm like that in my work too, in the sense that sometimes it'll take me a while to really kind of get into, let's say, writing a blog post or like doing videos or something like that, or like a task at work or something like that. But then when I actually get in the zone, like, wow, it can be amazing, like the magic that can happen. But for some reason, I was really like harsh on myself about this kind of like side of my personality, where I look at my boyfriend, for example. My boyfriend is like a robot. Like he'll wake up in the morning, he can get out of bed and just like get going and jump in the shower. And like for me, oh my goodness, like I need to like turn my diffuser on and then like not turn the bright light on and then just go boil my water with my hot lemon and then meditate and then do my daily inspiration. Like, oh my God, like it takes me about 2 hours to get ready in the morning. However, and this is really key, that makes me happy. Forcing myself to be different really it makes me feel really stressed and makes me feel like I'm kind of like stepping outside and like denying like basically who I am as a person. So this might sound like really weird, but it's true. Like, and what I have to do in this case in the morning is I have to get up freaking early to do all the things that make me happy, that I take the time to do, and allow myself to have that slow start. But that slow start then makes me have an incredible day and I can be really productive. And that's why I'm my best version of myself and I'm the best, human being, is when I take the time to allow myself that slow start, whether it's in the morning or like, let's say for example, like a blog post. If you always have that negative dialogue going on at the back of your mind where, oh, this thing I'm doing now, I really shouldn't be doing, I really should be doing differently. I really should be different. Like when you say to yourself, like, I shouldn't be the way I am, like you're basically not accepting yourself the way you are, you're not going to feel good about that. So as I said, you want to find that balance between the personal growth, the personal development, striving to be the best version of you, but then also embracing the version of you that you are right now. So for me, as I was talking about this slow start, maybe in a few years I won't be that way. I think like when I was younger, I wasn't exactly like that, but I've noticed in my life, like in the past few years, that's definitely been something that is a reality, let's say, is a part of me that I just want to honor and embrace it. And that allows me to then be kind of at my peak performance mode, if you will. And as soon as I kind of cut myself some slack and let myself off the hook about this particular quirk, if you will, or just how I am, I felt so much better. First of all, I started my day just feeling really good rather than feeling guilty. And I was just able to like not let that take up mental space in my mind. So think about the quirk you might have or the habit you might have that is something that's not necessarily helpful. It's just who you are, and then see, like, can I just learn to somehow embrace that? If it's something that's not hurtful to myself or to others, that's just who I am. And the major lesson that I learned is obviously to really kind of embrace my authenticity, that when I don't, it can be a huge energy guzzler, where I could be spending that precious energy on something else and then being really kind of in high performance mode, or just being in inner peace mode for the rest of the day. So it's like a small part of who I am, but the fact that I kept wanting it to be different, it was really kind of taking up a big space in my life. I don't know, I hope that's clear, but really think of that. Really think if there's a part of a side of your personality that somehow you're always kind of trying to fix, and if really it's just who you are. And maybe, I think that what happens is, maybe when we're younger in life, we're taught, like, where does that mental dialogue come from, that like, I shouldn't be that way, or I should be this way. That's often what we're taught as young human beings, where you should be a certain way. That makes you a good person. That makes you successful. That's the right way to be. When in fact, like, don't be afraid to question that. And also don't be afraid to look around and to see maybe that little quirk that's been bugging you, or you've been trying to change, or you're just like, you're not really embracing. Maybe there are other people like that around you, and that are fabulous, and that have like a fabulous life, and they're amazing things. And it's not something that's like, that's negative for them. So kind of find your tribe. Like, I'm gonna have to find like my slow tribe. And actually there's a lot, I see a lot of people like on Instagram and all that, the whole wellness community, where I am not the only one that's like that, and it's totally fine. Like, just learn to embrace it, to honor it, and to not like let that take a lot of space in your life. And then when if there's a few other things that you want to, you know, work on and allow yourself to grow, that's totally fine. I support that 100%. So embrace your quirks, embrace being perfectly imperfect, because striving for perfection is a total waste of time. And yes, I do remind myself on a daily basis of that, because I do tend to be a bit of a perfectionist sometimes. And I know a lot of us women, we tend to be very demanding towards ourselves. So let's cut ourselves a little bit of slack and use that energy that was directed towards the judgment and the harshness, and let's use that for something good. So I wish you a wonderful week. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.